Happy Thursday, and it's Thankful Thursday. I'm like so grateful, so grateful today for so many different things. I have these memories that pop up that are really cool, and I want to encourage you all to kind of like share more or look at your memories more, especially when you're in a space of like making goals and making changes. And really, like, you can utilize Facebook to remind you of who you are. And I used to like cringe at certain memories, like, oh my god, I can't believe I used to say that. And now, more and more memories are coming up that I love and I'm excited about. And it makes me feel good to see it, because a lot of things are affirmations and different quotes that I would post and different things that I would see that would inspire me. And I'm finding that a lot of these things that I would post and share and hold as these ideas and these thoughts that I want to live by have actually came true. These things are starting to come true for me, especially these posts that I'm seeing about me working on sobriety. When I first started coaching 6 years ago, I did have to stop drinking to lose the weight. And I remember before I got started, I was like, I'm not going to start until after Super Bowl, because I got to drink it, while I'm watching football. This, like, why? I don't know, but that's what I used to think. Conditioned to believe that. And I didn't want to start my health journey until I knew that I wasn't going to be celebrating Super Bowl, which, how does that even affect me anyways? That's a whole other thing to unpack. And I gave up alcohol for like 30 days or so. And I remember like we had like a barbecue or something, and I had made this big like thing of sangria, like one of those 3-gallon or 4-gallon things of sangria. And I like drank half that thing by myself. I remember. And I felt really awful afterwards, but I wasn't really like making a big deal about it. And then I just stopped drinking the next time I wanted my stomach to be flat for the next event. And over time, those 30 days like turned into 60 days. And last year I went like 66 days without drinking. And then I started drinking again. And then I had a really rough end of the year, because my drinking just really never stopped from when I actually started up again. And this time around, now I'm really seeing why it's important for me not to drink. And I'm really seeing the benefits of not doing it and really feeling it, not just physically, because before it was all about the physical and wanting to look a certain way, but then it became the illnesses that were happening inside of me. Like I was getting a lot of heartburn. One of the things I'm not sure that I've shared publicly is that I actually couldn't drink a lot of alcohol. Like my body was starting to reject lots of different alcohol, to the point where I could only drink red wine, and I could only drink alcohol from a distillery around the corner from here, because they're, making it fresh all the time. So that's a sign, right? Like where you can't even have all those things that you used to have. And it's the same with a lot of the foods that I used to eat. My stomach is really sensitive and I can't have a lot of those things, so it's forcing it out of me. So I'm seeing alcohol being forced out just the way certain foods were, and I'm like, well, this isn't on accident. This is really something, coupled with not having the energy to do things and not feeling my best and just really not being who I want to be. I'm like, okay, it's time to stop. And here I am at 122 days, and this started 6 years ago with just 30 days. So I know that I've shared about the power of consistency and just breaking things down into those daily actions, and those daily actions become 30 days, and those 30 days become 60 days, and now they've become 100 days for me. And if I keep going and I keep practicing these new habits and keep practicing and keep finding new coping skills, new things to cope with the pain, new ways to heal, then I don't have to use these old nasty masking habits that don't make me feel good. And the beautiful part about all of this is I'm documenting it. I'm documenting it publicly using my social media page, and then I get to see what I've done in those memories. Those memories pop up, and I see that I've been writing, I'm grateful for my sobriety for 2 years, and I'm writing these posts about, self-love and self-discovery. And each year I can look back and celebrate that I've actually practiced what I'm saying, and I'm actually taking action on these things. And it's because of the constant surroundings of it. I constantly do a 30-day challenge, whether the 30-day challenge gets finished or not, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you have noticed that there's a challenge that gets started and we don't always finish it. We may get to day 15, we may get to day 10, sometimes we get to day 25, and sometimes we start over at day 25, and that's okay. But it's the practice of saying, I'm going to try this and I'm going to challenge myself. And each time that you get out of the box and you challenge yourself, it moves you closer to a new version of you. It moves you closer to new habits. It moves you closer to a new way of living. But it takes practice. You're not going to just know how to do it. Just like you didn't just wake up knowing how to walk, and you didn't just wake up knowing words. You didn't wake up knowing language. You only had emotions and you only felt. And now that we have knowledge and we have words and we have emotions and we have memories and we have all these things that we're constantly programming our minds with, we have to become very intentional with choosing what we want to use. We don't have to use or believe everything that we've seen and done. We have to be really intentional with choosing what is actually for us. We're constantly being given information through commercials and people and posts, and even me, like I'm giving you guys information. It's up to you to decide what information is for you and what information you actually are receiving value from. If you're not receiving value from the things that you're seeing on a daily basis, you need to take those things out of your view. You need to evict them from your space. Hide them from your page. Follow people who inspire you. If you see someone doing something that you've always wanted to do, success leaves clues. Do those things. Hey girl, even if it's just drinking water, even if it's just reading a book, even if it's just watching a different show, even if it's just saying, I'm not going to hit snooze. All these little goofy things that I do have changed my life. The No Snooze Challenge happened 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I started the No Snooze Challenge. And people to this day still tell me about it. They still tell me about how that challenge helped them. And to this day, I wake up early all the time. I wake up at like 3 or 4. And then even this morning, I turned my alarm off when I started my meditation. And I said, I'll probably wake up on time anyways. I'm not even going to worry about it. Guess what? I woke up a minute before 7. The time I wanted to wake up was at 7. And I did. I told myself. I just told myself I was going to do it because I believed I'll just wake up. And I've been practicing waking up and getting my day started and setting my intentions for what I want to do. And now my brain knows that's what Megan's going to do. That's what we're going to do today. It took practice though. I hated getting up. I hate waking up early, but now I love being up early. I love having my quiet time. I love being out on the patio. And it takes that practice, and in me sharing with all of you and all the support that I get from all of you, it keeps me going. People always ask me, like, how am I so inspiring, or where do I get my motivation from? And I couldn't do that because, you're just so outgoing and you're just so this and you're just so that. What are some things that I've shared with many of you guys about how I just started thinking I was pretty like 2 years ago, and I just started wearing shorts like 4 years ago, and I just started liking my hair. Like, I just started to actually love myself. But that took me just being vulnerable and putting myself out there and just sharing those small victories. Every time I share a small victory and I receive support from it, it helps me. And in that support that I'm receiving from that person, they're actually thanking me for what I'm doing. So it is like an exchange of love and respect and support and encouragement. And all it takes is for you to post your happiness. Post what's making you happy and what's changing your life. Because guess what? We already see all the stuff that don't make us happy. We're already seeing all those posts about deadbeat mamas and deadbeat baby daddies and childhood trauma and police brutality and Racism, we see that stuff already. We already know it exists. We know it exists. But we also know that love exists. We also know that success is there for all of us. We also know that there's resources out there that can help us. We also know that you have love and you have support, but you're too afraid to tell the people that you know love you that you need them. Just tell them you need them. Tell them you care. Tell them you understand what they're going through and you're going through it too. And if you share that pain, and you see that you're not alone, you'll get through it a lot quicker. A lot quicker. We're too busy trying to stuff it down and trying to ignore the pain and trying to pretend like we're perfect, that we're causing our own misery. We're causing our own misery pretending like we're not miserable. But it's okay. I was miserable in the job that I had. Miserable. My hair was falling out. And I said, enough is enough. I don't want to do this. I saw people who were successful and I started to follow those clues. And it doesn't look perfect. I'm not them, I'm me. But I do know that there's resources out there that can move us forward in what it is that we truly want. And each day you have the opportunity to do that. Each day you have the opportunity to celebrate yourself. You're here, you have life, you're breathing, be thankful. You know, take the pain that you had and look at it. Look at what you've already overcome. Look at what you've already overcome. You're here right now. You've overcame a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Every day you wake up and it's go time. Be proud of that and share it. Share what you've overcome, because I bet you there's about 20 people on your page right now that are going through the same thing, because you know what? We attract our vibe. So if you're miserable, your friends are probably miserable too, because we attract with our energy people who are just like us. That's why when you're going through a change and you're starting to do new things for yourself, the people around you are not always supportive, because guess what? It goes against what they're used to. It goes against what they're doing, and that projection starts to come out, because now they're being confronted with what it is that they're not doing for themselves, and you're showing them a mirror. We're a mirror for each other all the time. Everyone who's thanking me, everyone who's encouraging me, I have other people coming to me that are also battling with their alcohol addiction. Guess what? You're on my page because you're just like me. There's things about us that are the same, because we're human. We're human. We all desire love. We all desire happiness. We all want to grow and evolve. And if you're on my page, that's why, because we are one and the same. One and the same. So don't think I'm any better. Don't think you're any better. We're all here to experience things. We're all here to share and to love and be grateful and be thankful for where we are. Be present in what you've done up to this point, and then just get in touch with your reality. What do you want to do next? Because you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. All it takes is some belief in yourself, some action, some gratitude, and a little crew that's going to support you along the way. And it only takes a few sentences to make that happen. A decision and a couple questions, and then you get going. That's all it takes. And it's really you believing that you can do it. And when I look back at these memories that I've been posting, I may not have fully believed that I could do it, but my spirit inside of me wanted it. And there was something inside of me that was pulling me to post those things. And there was something inside of me that was pulling me to go read those books. And there was something inside of me that was pulling me to go follow those people. And I did it. I took the action. I did a little bit every single day. I've cried a lot. I've wanted to kill myself. I've thought about quitting, but I haven't. And I'm here. And you are too. And you just got to keep going. Almost cussed. Keep going. So thank you to everyone who has been pouring their heart and their love into me in my journey. And I'm here to tell you, take some of that love that you've been giving me and put it back into you. Today, tomorrow, this weekend, for the rest of this month, all that love that you share and you give to people, you take some of that and you pour it back into yourself. That is your assignment for today. I love you guys, and I will see you later.